Hi everyone, it's me, Maria. I am here to paint this tutorial and I'm going to put it live, or not live, but I'm gonna upload it on my Facebook inspirational page, which is probably where you're watching it right now. I did have a few requests for this one here. It's the Dreamcatcher, and there's a retreat that's happening where I was requested to join, but instead I decided to make a video so you guys can all watch, and also you could paint it yourself. So wherever, the comfort of your home, your cottage, which is where I am right now, I decided to use a nature scenery. I've got Lexi in the trailer, my dog, so hopefully I won't get too much noise. Out here you might hear some workers drive around, but just ignore. Listen to my voice, the smooth, soft, soothing sounds of my voice. We're going to be painting this. It's very easy. It's very colorful. I'm going to go as slow as I can, and I'll explain it step by step. So I've watched many tutorials that have taught me many techniques, so I'm going to teach those to you. Um, this one here was a tutorial that I watched from Cinnamon Cooney, the Art Sherpa. I did make some tweaks to it, as I always do. So thank you to her. I'm going to show you my interpretation of this, and we'll move right along. What you're going to need today is, I'm going to put this down. We use that as a reference. We are going to need an 11, well, I'm going to use 11 by 14 canvas. You can use whatever size you like, 8 by 10, whatever you feel comfortable in using. You can even go larger if you like. So that's what I'm going to use. It is a flat board canvas, and I'm going to be doing it horizontally, as you can see this way, so that I can get more of the feathers into it. You can go either way. You can go diagonal or horizontal. I choose the horizontal that I'm going to show you today. I do have a cutting board which I use to put all my paints on it. You can get these cheap and cheerful at Dollarama. Silicone, and so they're very easy to wash. That's what I'm going to use. You can use a plate, whatever you like, to pour your colors on. I'm going to be pouring them one by one because I'm outside and I don't want my paints to dry. And I do have paints that are fast, they dry fast, so I don't want to waste any paint. I have my cups of water so I can dip my paintbrushes in after I change colors. You're going to need paintbrushes. So for the background, you want a big paintbrush so the color can be spread quick and easy rather than a small one. So that's what I'm going to use for the back, for my backdrop, my background. And then I'm going to use a little smaller brush. So if you have a smaller brush to do the finer details, something like that, or I also have something like this I might use. So between the three, that's all I'm going to need for this painting. Those three. They don't have to be exact. You can have them whatever ones you want to use. So with painting, and as I always hear in other tutorials and for myself and my experience, whatever you have on hand, it can work. So you can make it work. You'll need a pencil for the sketch. You're going to need an eraser and a marker to write the words in, like I did, so that they're quite fine to write. So you want to, you can either use a marker. My original painting, I didn't use a marker. I used a fine brush. So whatever works for you. And if you choose not to do words, you can do feathers all along instead. I do like the inspirational words, which is where I switched my tutorial with reference to the one that I watched, because I do like the inspirational words. These are the ones I chose. They're actually different than my original too. So whatever you feel and whatever you feel inspired by today, throw those words on here. And it's nice. It makes a nice message. And because I have 6 feathers, I have 6 colors that I'm going to use. Then you can do whatever you like. You can use 5 colors, 6 colors, 3 colors. It's up to you. And I have my colors here on the side, but I'll show you as I go. So for the background, I'm going to be using turquoise. This is the paint that I have. It's nice paint. It dries quickly though, so I'm going to pour them out one at a time. And we're going to go ahead. Let's start. Why wait? So, as always, I always have white and black with me wherever I go, whatever I paint, because I tend to always use those incorporated in your paints, definitely for highlights or shading. Um, and so this is the one I'm using right now. It's nice and big, bulky, so I get it at Michael's Craft Smart. What I've done is I poured my teal, oopsie, my teal and my white is dripping because I'm outside and it's really hot. Just kind of have to be careful with that wherever you paint, but it's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my big brush. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to dip my brush in some water. You don't have to do it this way. You can go ahead and paint your background right off the bat with your paint colors, but using water, just stroking it up side to side on your canvas will give it a nice or easier blending when you're blending colors, which is what I'm going to do for my background. I'm going to be using teal and white. So just give it a little dampness on the canvas, not too crazy. Don't go overboard if you choose to use it, because you don't have to use it, but I find that for myself, I like putting some water on it to give it more blending streaks, which is what I like. Then I'm going to go into, and you don't want it to dry, you want to leave it nice and damp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my brush into both colors, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you've got the teal green and you've got the white, see? And then I'm going to do strokes like this, up and down, and you get that white teal technique look. It looks nice. You don't have to. You can use one color if you like, but I do like to have that streaky look, and I'll show you what that looks like. If you can see it, it's got the white streaks in it like that, and just continue that motion till you get to the bottom right here. So I'm going to continue going. I find that the paint's drying faster outside. I don't generally paint outside, but I thought it'd be a nice scenic view. So I'm dipping my paint in white and teal as I go along. And if I find that it's getting too much teal, I'm changing it up with the white. But I'm dipping them together in the brush, on the brush, so you can get that effect. And just stroke the canvas up and down like this to a curve. Yeah, it is drying pretty fast out here. It's okay. I don't mind. And so continue that motion back and forth. I'm going to put mine on the easel so that I get more control. And add some more teal. Like that. You can go over the teal with white to give it more of a streaky effect. Depends how much streaks you want. If you find that you're doing it outside and your paint is drying quick, like mine is drying, dip your brush in water. And you kind of just do it like that. My neighbor is doing a deck, so you might hear some noise as they're talking. I don't know if you can hear. He's building a deck outside. Everybody wants to build a deck. Wood is so expensive. So his deck is not as big as he'd like it to be. But it's nice to have. Okay, almost done. Take your time. If you need to pause the video, that is totally cool. I like to pause my videos because sometimes I can't go as fast, or I want to add more detail to my painting. So you'll find I do tend to pause the video, which is why I didn't go live. I thought this would be nice. It is a free tutorial. I'm not charging anybody. If you'd like to leave a tip, you're more than welcome. I'll leave the information. I'll leave it at the end. I'll tell you that at the end. But for now, almost done. And there we go. that is what I have so far. I hope you can see it. I know the sun's getting very bright out there. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe if I close the curtain a little, I'm going to do that right now. Give me a sec. Maybe it might make it more better to see my painting. Let's try this. Is that going to work better or worse? As I said, this is my first time, so can you see it better? Hopefully. I think so. I hope so. Now you just need something to dry it. I don't have a, because you want it really, really dry. You want to dry it all out for the next step, which is what we're going to do is the actual Dreamcatcher. We're going to get into the black. So you could use a hair dryer if you have a hair dryer. I see a lot of artists use that. I'm going to fan it. So I'm just going to use my board, whatever you have around where you want it to dry. So give it a good dry. Oh, and by the way, I left my brush out. It's probably not a good idea. You don't want your brush to paint to dry out on your brush. So put it in your water, as I did right here. Just let it sit for a sec while you dry your painting, your background. Now, I forgot my plate in my trailer. The plate is what you need to do for the circle. For this part, you're going to need a plate to make the line. And I'm trying to look around to see if I can use something here. I think I have a... And if you don't have a plate, you can use any object that's circular that you want to get that type of arch. I mean, you can use your a plate in your kitchen. Don't tell your mother, though. This paint doesn't stain. You can wash off. So paper plate is ideal. And let's see how that's going. Pretty good. I think I'm going to go get a plate. I see some objects I could use, but they're not the size I'd like for it to be. So I'm going to run down and grab a plate. I'll be like 1 minute. Listen to the birds chirping and the crickets chirping in the background. I'll be back. Give me a sec. I won't be long. Don't miss me too much. I'm just going to go grab a plate. Alright, I got my plate. I've put this down so no buggies can come in. I guess now is a good time to have caught up. I'm thinking everybody's where I am right now. Got my nice handy dandy plate. Take a little sip of water or juice, whatever you have. This is coconut pineapple. Love it. Awesome. Okay. So now we're going to get our pencil and our plate. And this is dry. Perfect. So we're going to get the corner of your canvas. There's no right or wrong in terms of where you want to situate it. I tend to go sort of more than halfway from the canvas this way and halfway this way. So you get a nice circle. And I'm going to trace it. I'm going to do it darker so you can see the line. You don't have to do it this dark, but I'm going to do it this dark so you can see the line, hopefully. It's not too sunny. If I can get away from the sun. If you can see it, hopefully. That's the arc. That's going to be the Dreamcatcher part. So step one of it, which is again this part right here. We just did that. Now we're going to do this part. I call it leaves, and I'll show you how to do that. That pattern. So we start from the corner here, and then we're going to do like a leaf, teardrop leaf. I'm going to go down like this, do one, then we're going to go ahead. You want them all touching. Touch the top and touch the leaf. Let me see here, just to make sure. And the other, like that. Then we're going to go another leaf. You want to touch the first leaf, if that makes any sense. And then you continue that type of pattern. Then you want to do it like that. So maybe a couple more. Let's see. It's hard to do it when you're... I usually, when I paint, I don't even use a stand, hardly ever. I like to actually paint on my lap. But this is a challenge. It's okay. And that's it. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves, and it doesn't matter, as opposed to this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can do as many as you like. So that's the technique. You're going to go one leaf, looks like a leaf, like a web, to create the web. Then you're going to do another leaf that way. And then you see how they kind of touch sides. It's that pattern where you draw another leaf, then you draw another leaf, see? And then you draw another leaf here. If you need to pause this part to get that, go for it. But that's how you get that web effect. So now we're going to go ahead. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do now is just paint these little lines. So for each leaf, you're going to just draw 2 lines side to side. You don't want them too close. I'll show you this again. You don't want them too close because you want to be able to draw a feather or words or 2 feathers. So if you do these lines too close, they're gonna hit, and you don't want them to hit like the feathers, right? You want them to be far apart. So this one here, so I'm going to continue that sort of thing. You can bring them down longer if you like. You could do them shorter. You can do them sideways, however you like. And I might leave out that one because I technically don't feel I have enough room to do. I might have had enough room here to do another one. I'm just going to leave it. Doesn't have to be identical to mine, just kind of the same idea. So you see the sketch. And now I'm going to go right into the black. I'm going to get my black paint. Black paint. And I'm going to use my smaller brush to get those fine lines. I'm going to use this one here to get the fine lines. I'm just going to dip it in black paint. I'm going to bring this up so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start with the arch, the circle, and just give it a nice good coat. Put enough paint on your brush to try and get the whole swoop. If you can't, like I didn't really, and you want it darker, go ahead and go over it again. Why not? With painting, there's so many rules that apply, or there's no rules that apply actually. Paint to your heart's desire. So there you go. You see that? You can perfect the line if you like. It's not about being perfect though, because you'll see how easy this comes together without having to put way too much technical effort into it. And then you just draw out the leaves. As you see, that's one. Well, it's not a leaf. I just call it a leaf. It looks like a leaf. It's like the web of the Dreamcatcher. I love Dreamcatchers. I've always had Dreamcatchers in my house, in my car, in my bedroom. They say they keep the good dreams and they hold on to the good dreams, and get rid of the bad dreams, something like that. But they're so beautiful to look at, and they come in so many variety of colors. As I said, you can use any background color. You can do the feathers that we're going to be doing any color you like. There's no right or wrong. And so you can see the effect is coming into play when you're doing them. They kind of overlap. And last but not least, there we go. And there you have it. So now, I think I did these lines a little too long. So I'm going to shorten them just with the paint. You don't want to maybe go too long. And it's okay, I'm not going to erase them now. Wait till the end of the portrait, the painting, so that your eraser will take them off, no problem. I'm leaving them enough room so that I can make bigger feathers. So if I went all the way down there with my paint as I had the original sketch, then I have not much room for my feathers or my words. So just shorten them down a little bit. Especially when you're getting to this side, you want to make sure you have enough room for a feather or a word. So I might just, as I said, shorten them a little bit and make them wide enough so you can do. Okay, so that one's going to be very short. There you have it. Now I could go back over them again to make them more defined, which you can do if you like. You can make the web, I mean, if you don't even want to do this black, you can do it another color, but black really stands out. I think it looks really good with the background, a light background, and then you've got the nice bold black on it. It looks really nice. It gives a nice effect. And that's it. You've created your Dreamcatcher. The basics of it now. So give yourself a hand of applause. Yay! Step 3 is my favorite, is adding all the color. You can never have too much color. So I left my brush in the water. Usually I don't. Usually I wash it right after. It's good to do that. You don't want your brushes to be dried out. And I also brought a paper towel. So when you take it out of your water, you just squeeze the excess water and paint out. And so we're not going to use this brush anymore, so I might as well give it a good wash. So there you go. Leave it to dry. Now the other brush I use for the black is actually I'm not going to use it. I just washed it though. I'm going to use a thinner one. This will give me more abilities to do more details. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I brought the same colors that I have used for this one. I brought orange, pink, purple, green, blue, red, and I did bring another color because the green was a little bit too close, I found, to the background, but it's totally fine as you can see it. You just want the color to stand out. I love yellow, so I brought yellow. I'm going to change that to yellow, but you can do whatever color you want. You'll notice one side is a darker orange and the other side is a lighter orange. The only thing I needed to do to get that 2 different tone colors, because I like that 2 different tone colors, you don't need to do it that way, but I like it, so I did a darker part of the darker color of the orange, and then I did a lighter orange. I just added a little white, so it gave it that nice effect. So same with this one, I did a magenta and then I just added white to the magenta, so it gave me that nice effect, which I like. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the orange, which is right here. I'm going, as I said, I'm using the colors one by one because I don't want them to dry out. Just dip my brush in some orange. I'm going to start with the first feather, and you just start with a line. How long do you want to make your feather, which I'm going to make long because I have enough room. And then what I'm going to do is start with the soft motion, and you're going long, like, and sort of wisp it. You can see wisping it, and go shorter on the bottom because that's where the feather goes smaller, and then it goes larger as you get to the top. You can add more paint, but try not to make it too thick because you want to see the wispy feathers, like it wisping at the end. You want to see it wisp at the end. So that's the effect you get. Then all I'm gonna do is just dip my brush in white, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit on my plate. So then I get a nice light orange shade for the other side. And this is what I created, if you can see it. And so the same technique on the other side. You wisp it. Smaller brush is better to get those wisp effects. And you could add white to it if you want it to be a little lighter, or you want to add dimension, or you want to add some like effect to it. You can go and add a little white to it. Why not? And if you want to add white to the orange side, the darker orange side, why not? But you do, like I do, like to have one side looking darker and the other side looking lighter. So I'm gonna go and add a little more darker orange to this side. I probably wouldn't have added the white to that side, but it's okay. There's never a mistake. So you get that kind of effect, see? And then we're going to go into the inspirational word. I am going to choose peace. Peace. Everybody can use a little piece. I'm going to use the black marker. You could use a brush, but I'm not. I'm going to use a marker. It makes it easier. I'm going to use cursive too. So I'm just going to write peace on it. However big you want to write it. Peace. Everybody can use some peace in this world. And that's what you get. Peace. Peace, love, and happiness. Hey, maybe I will use those 3 words. Okay, so next we are going to wash out the brush. I'm going to use my clean water. And what we're going to do right now is use whatever color you like. I'm going to go ahead and use magenta. Use your little handy dandy paper towel. And I'm going to go right into my magenta. Again, whatever color you like. Use your favorite colors. If I had to use my favorite colors, I'd have 10,000 feathers here. Colors are beautiful. So my magenta, I'm going to do that line in the middle like I did for the orange one. Like so. And then I'm just going to add feather. Wispy lines, starting large on the top and getting shorter to the bottom. Dip my brush in more paint, and I'm going to widen it up here so that I can go shorter. There. Going to add my white to the pink or magenta, make a little, just mixing it right now as I chat with you guys. And I got the lighter pink, which will just kind of give it a nice accent color to the side of it. I like how it looks with the two-tone. And a little more. You could add white just to give it a pop if you like. You don't need to. And that's what you get. Next, I'm going to put my brush in the water. Next word, I'm going to get my marker. Peace. I said love. Let's do love. Spread the love. Spread the love to everyone. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love your friends. Love your family. Love this planet. Love every day. Alright, we're going to go in purple. I love purple. Purple's such a beautiful color. I think I'm saying that about every color because I love colors. They're so beautiful. They add so much beauty to life. Isn't it peaceful? You can hear the birds chirping. It's a beautiful park that I'm at. It's been 4 years here. I enjoy it. It's my retreat. Okay, so purple. Let's go in with the purple. Draw a line to start off your feather, how long you want it, because I have so much room. Why not? Make it nice and big. And then you just wisp away. Start large on the top, and then you want to narrow it as you go to the bottom. And nice and long or short, however you want to do it. There you go. And then you're going to dip my brush again into white so I get a light version of that purple. And so gives it a nice two-tone effect. And there you have it. Wisping away. Large curves on the top, short little wisps on the bottom. And there you have feather number 3. See? Voila. And I'm going to add a little white because I think I went dark with the purple, and it doesn't matter. But it might just pop out a little bit more as I did. There we go. Wash your brush. Dip it into your paper towel, get all that purple out. You don't want to mix the colors, you can mix the purple and pinks if you want, but it's nice to give it a nice fresh pop of color without mixing them, so wash your brush good. Oh, let's go into the word. I said peace, love, and happiness. I think happiness might be a really long word. You want to make sure you have enough room when you're writing the word. You're not going to go off the page. You could if you want, but I'm going to switch it up. I'm not going to put happiness. I'm going to put courage. Courage is a wonderful thing to have. The courage to follow your dreams. The courage to do things that you might not have thought you'd be able to do, but you can, because you can do anything you like and you put your mind to it. Courage. I like courage. Now, I did have green, and you can use green, but I love yellow so much. Yellow is awesome. Yellow like the sun. Yellow is just gorgeous for me. Love yellow. So I'm going to add a line as I do. Oh, look at how beautiful. Oh, yellow, 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 yellow. And then you just flickaroo again. Flicky, flicky, flicky. Flick, flick, flick. Flicky, 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 flick, flick, flick. Yeah, you see how the paint is a lot faster to dry outside. It's a beautiful day out here, and there's not much wind, but it's very hot. I have the gazebo up here. I'm on the upper deck. My trailer's below. So, the gazebo keeps it warm, fresh for me. Fresher, fresher. Okay, I just made another lighter version of the yellow for the other side. The yellow is so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, yeah, so pretty. There you go. Yellow version of the feather. Next is a word. Let's go with hope, hope, hope. Let's have hope. Hope that this disease goes away, and it will. Hope that we can get back to our new normal. Hope that we see tomorrow. Hope that this world will find peace in everything it does. Hope. I love to have hope. Hope is a good thing. Hope. Okay, so hope. And now we're going to go with what color of feather? Blue, because blue is beautiful too. Blue, the color of the sky. Blue, the color of the water. Blue, oh, so beautiful, blue. Blue. We all need some blue in our life. Blue. There we go. You start with the middle, then you add your feathers. You want to wisp them the same way. Wispy, wispy, wispy down. You want to go, then, you can go over it if you think you went too, because you want to imagine it like a long triangle. You want to go wide and then small, 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 thin, 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 like a feather. Okay, gonna add some white into my blue. Make it a nice baby blue, which is oh so nice. Baby blue. Baby blue. Why do they call it baby blue? Because when babies are born, I don't know. Blue, boy, baby blue. And then you go baby blue. How nice is a baby blue? Very pretty. And you got the baby blue. There we go. We're almost done. My gosh, that was fast, don't you think? We're good. I hope you're catching up or keeping up. If not, just pause it. No problemos. Okay, so I only have the last word to do. It's got to be a short one because I don't have much room. I didn't leave myself much room over there. What can I write that's short? Peace, love, courage, hope. I don't know. What do you think? What can I write? Breathe. Is breathe? Yeah, let me do it. I can do it. I can do it, Maria. You can do it. You always have enough room. And it's kind of weird how I did it, but it's okay. Breathe. It does say breathe. I mean, I'm doing it this way, but that's okay. It works for me. It works. Peace, love, courage, hope, and breathe. Breathe. Breathe in this beautiful air. Breathe out the beautiful air. Don't forget to breathe. Fill up your lungs with some beautiful oxygen. Okay, so now I have all the colors on my thing, which is awesome. I'm going to use them for the beads. That's what we're doing next. We can get right into it because the black is already dry, the background is dry, and we're going to just draw circles, random, anywhere you like, on the Dreamcatcher. So I tended to do them on the circle corners. I added 2 on the strands, 2, 2, 2. You can do 1, you can do 3, you can do 5, as many as you like. I'm going to stick to 2. 2. So I'm going to start with pink, just because. You can start with any color you like. And I'm going to do little circles all around my Dreamcatcher. I'll start with here, 1 little round circle. You can make them perfect. You can do them not perfect. You don't have to do them perfect. So then you just add them wherever you like. Because I have 6 colors to work with. And I can add as many as I like. I'm going to add 1 here. I'm dipping my paint on my thingy, on my brush. I'm going to add 1 here where they connect. See where the leaves connect? And I'm using pink for now because I have it on my brush. You don't want to go pink and then go into your orange and then have to wash your brush again and then go into your... Just use where, do as many pinks as you like. Add 1 up here. I'm going to add another pink one here. You can never have enough pink in this world. 1 there. I'll add 1 here. And I think I am done with the pink. Now we're going to go on to, doesn't matter, whatever color you like. I'm going to do purple. Purple, purple. Love purple. Make sure you take the water out of your brush. I mean, I left a little bit, which is nice because it gives it a little more, it loosens the paint because this paint's pretty thick. It gives it more fluid. I'm going to go purple wherever you feel you want to put it. There's no right or wrong here. Add it up here, add it over here, here, and don't forget, there's a part that I don't have on here. You can add them right around. So, and you're going to do like a C, a backward C. I'll show you what that looks like. A backward C. So you want to do them as if they're going, you're making it look like they're going around the black. So a backward C. Actually, it's not a backward C. It's an actual right C. That's how you draw a C. It's not a backward C. Don't listen to me. And you want to go over the black. So, because it looks like it's, oops, that was a mistake. That's okay. I'll fix that after. Okay, so you got a C. A sea of purple. Okay. Let's get into yellow mellow. I love yellow. Yellow is the color of the sun. You gotta love yellow. I'd love to see your paintings when you're done with them. If you don't mind posting them on my video, when I post my video on my page, upload your picture. I'd love to see them. We see each other's paintings. It'd be awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the sea again. You see? You see how I did the sea? See how easy it is? Go over with the black so it kind of looks like it's going around. I'm gonna add some circles or beads. They're the beads is what they are. They're beads. They're all beads. They're all these beautiful beads on this Dreamcatcher. These beautiful, beautiful beads. And the brighter, the more beautiful. Don't be afraid of color. Go crazy. And if you don't have a lot of color, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 100 million colors on it. But if you have it, go for it. And you can mix colors. Remember, like the colors I learned in elementary school is blue and yellow make green. And then you have blue and yellow make green. Red and yellow, red and blue make purple. Is it red and blue or orange and blue? I think it's red and blue make purple. You know the color wheel? I don't have it in front of me, but you can look at the color wheel and you can mix the colors to make colors. Dollarama is good for colors. They have lots of colors. You just can't buy them right now with the whole lockdown. Oh well. Hopefully you have some handy when you're doing this. Or if you have friends that can lend you some, why not? I'm going to go into with the blue. I'm going to add my beads of blue. And I'm going to add my circle with the sea circle thingy. As I said here, you can do as many as you like. There's no limits to adding beads. Add lots of beads. Make it fun, 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 and cheerful, cheerful, cheerful. Beauty, beauty, beauty in the colors. And I'll do here. There you go. Lots and lots of beads. It's coming together. It's coming together. I hope you're looking at your painting and going, "Oh yeah, I did this. I'm awesome. I rock. I love it." Am I missing any color? Orange. I don't have orange beads. How dare me? Orange. You gotta love orange. Orange is a nice, beautiful, bright color. You can't have enough orange in this world. Orange, you glad it's Tuesday? No, kidding. Silly. Silly, silly. Ooh, my paint is really drying. If you find that your paint is drying, tap your brush into the water, just a little dab of water, and it makes it nice and loose. And so you don't want to ruin or waste your paint, you know? No way, Jose. I'm not wasting no paint. I think I'm done with the, oh my goodness, all my beads are done. Couple more C's here, and that's it. So there you have it. I'm going to get rid of that purple because it's not part of the happy accident. I can easily go over it. I mean, you can leave it. It's not the end of the world. You can go over it with the teal, make a nice little teal and white, blend it together. Or before it dried, you could have easily got some water and wiped it off because it's acrylic paint, right? It wipes off. Now it's a little too late. Now the last part you're going to do is add those cool, funky, white highlights. They pop them up. They pop all the beads. Look how cool. Just adding a little, this is a backward C that I'm going to use. Just a little flick. You're going to flick it, flick it, flick it. And all those beads are going to come to life just with white. That's all you need. And I'll show you just a flick, 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 flick. You can do a C shape like the way we did this and just do it the same way. Just don't cover the whole paint color because all the color looks nice. You just want to add a little touch, a dab. Nothing, don't cover your color. You don't want to do that. Just a little touch. It's like I do half C's, not even a half C, just a little flick, 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 flick. You see how easy that is? Little tiny, doesn't have to be a C, it can be just a little touch. Backward C. And I'm going to do the white on each one because it really pops it out. You can do, see if a dot. And dot works too if you like, but I like to tend to do it like swoosh, swoosh, little flick. See? And there you go. We are done. Can you believe it? That was darn good. I hope you guys liked it. That's it. That's your Dreamcatcher. I hope you picked beautiful inspirational words. Now, if you have a side, like I don't, but if you buy those ones at Dollarama or Michael's, they have the side of the canvas. You can paint that either if you want the same color as the teal, like your background, so whatever background you used, or you can do it black. That's what I do. So you finish it off. And when you hang it, you don't see the sides bare white. Now, as I said with this thing, I'm going to try to cover it. It's hard to make the same color that you use because I did blend it with white when I was doing it, but it's okay. I can totally leave it or just go in and add some teal. And there you go. Now the last thing you want to do, and if you can still see it, if you do make a mistake like me, which is not a mistake, it's whatever, it's totally fine. It's just a painting, and a very colorful one. You can let it dry and then go in again with the color, and it'll cover it. The last thing you want to do, I'm going to use my marker, is you want to sign it. Don't forget to sign your beautiful creation. It's your creation. Even though I created this one, you're going to create one. I know that's going to be different. It's going to be your own creation. I tend to go with my initials. You can do your full name. I do my initials on the bottom right as usual. There's no right or wrong. You could have done your initials here or your name, wherever you feel. This is your painting. You do what you like. And then if you see some pencil lines, let it dry, and then go in later. Give it an hour. Just let the whole thing dry completely. Don't go in with your eraser now because you're going to smudge it and you don't want to do that. Because I used marker dried a lot long ago still. Then you just wipe it off and you're good to go. And voila, you got the Dreamcatcher. I hope you loved it. I hope you liked my tutorial. It's free. You can totally watch it 100 million times. I'd love to see your posts. If you want to leave me a tip, anything you like, I would very much appreciate it. I'll leave you my e-transfer information on the link of my post. And thank you very much if you do. If not, I don't. It's totally okay. I'm just happy to be in your company. And there you go. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And I'll see you guys again. Thank you so much for being a part of my page. And your friendship means so much to me. Mwah. Have a great day, guys. Bye. See you later, alligator.